Yeah, so grab jar of concealer, probably some eyebrow tweezers. Yeah, it's for YouTube. Yeah, I'm doing the LightPhone review thing. Yeah, I'm speaking to you on that phone. It's like the new flip phone. Yeah, no. Previously, I've just done static shot over my head at the phone. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, get me like some highlighter or something. Just please help me make my face look better. Yeah. All right.
Rolling.
What? Oh. Lucy. So, welcome to the LightPhone review, 6 out of 12 in person. Yeah, I'm Cerulean, what's up? Guess we'll have to roll with it. Thanks, Lucy. Thank you to Lucy. She's my awesome person helping manage my launch event for my show down here in Eastleigh. So, thank you to her for filming this review. No patience. Right, we're gonna have to roll with it then. So this week I wanted to give a big thumbs up to the podcast feature and also talk about my tech talk this week about WWDC Apple, and I did a blog review of that, and I'm going to be talking about my big digital minimalist takeaways. But first, let's and then I'll be popping out my SIM card back into my smartphone for the next 3 weeks. So yeah, let's start with the LightPhone review. So if you want to come in, Lucy, and show the thing that we usually see, which is over the shoulder. If you click the side button, that's where you get your options, and as long as you've added it, a bit like I did music last month, you get a podcast option here. And then you can choose which podcasts you want to be filmed. You want to be synced here. So here we've got Flip Phone Diaries, obviously. And the last one we did was the November special. Still waiting to record the final ever December one.
Can you survive without a smartphone in 2018? Until the end of the year, we're giving up our smartphones for the first Monday to Sunday of each month to find out. This is Flip Phone Diaries with Laurence Warner.
So look, you've got a pretty good speaker, but more importantly, you've got the aux cable there, so that you can actually listen to it in your earphones. And I would recommend subscribing to Flip Phone Diaries. We were talking about digital minimalism in 2018, before that shit was cool, before Apple were. So let's just show so the episode list looks like that. You've got them by date, and then if we go back to all the different podcast feeds you've got, UC3P was the University of Chicago one we appeared on. The Getaway podcast was another digital minimalism one around the same time. So yeah, man, it's great for during the week. Podcast is something I think I'm a bit meh about them including it. I think on the one hand, podcast can be a distraction, especially now that celebrities have got into it. They're not always as cerebral or mindful as they once were. There's a particularly, I find, annoying Lee Mack podcast about Buddhism, which for me is just the least mindful podcast I've ever come across. But find the ones that you love and go enjoy them. Personally, for me, I'm going to keep my Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend and all my fun ones on my Apple Podcasts, and these are digital minimalism themed ones, as you can see. But overall, it is a thumbs up from me on the LightPhone podcast feature. Speaking on people who are getting in on all things humane tech, let's move now to talking about Apple and the WWDC review. So I have here on my Apple iPad, on my personal blog, my WWDC review. And can I just observe the fact that, Lucy, would you say we're getting a fair amount more glare here on the screen, and we can't see this as well as the LightPhone? I just want to say, LightPhone win here for being in the sun in a glorious summer day like this. Another LightPhone win here for the e-ink screen. It's a bit like that original Amazon Kindle, and then for some reason they decided to do this Fire product that was just everything bad about an iPad and nothing good, and sold it for more money. Get an old Kindle. It's another good old school bit of tech. Okay. WWDC review. I'm just gonna hit the main points here in vlog form. But I'm going to link to the blog if you want to go deeper on anything and see any links. I'm just going to hit the digital minimalist or humane tech related things. iOS 15 they're making it even easier to multitask, which is just going to make it even more distracting. So watch your screen times. They've got focus features, which could help. I think the summary delivery on notifications looks good. There's more AI features. We've got to keep an eye on that. They're claiming privacy with on-device Siri, but I think we've just got to be mindful about what we are putting up there. I personally won't use wallet sensitive data like that. I think Maps, it's time to switch from Google Maps to Apple Maps. Look, Apple's not 100% on your side or private, but it's better than Google for sure. I think, iPad's getting iOS home screen. Let's talk privacy though. Privacy is, I mean, you know, they say, oh, it's on device, so it's fine. I still think we've got to beware about the future. Like, how do we know it's always going to stay on device? Can we really trust them with cloud, with iCloud, not to pass that across? But, mail privacy protection looks good. If I wasn't on Proton Mail, I'd be using Apple Mail. The app privacy reports are fantastic. And yeah, it's just great that, they are just killing Facebook with this. It's just fantastic. I think other than that, macOS Monterey, it looks good. Universal control, again, it would just be, they claim it's going to improve your focus when you're working, but I think there's a danger that you're just going to be distracted with everything. And similarly with shortcuts as well, like you can do more faster, but will that make you more productive or just more distracted potentially? Who knows? I think, I still think App Store is an ethical issue for them with the 15% even on indie developers payments. I think they need to subsidize that even more. Stripe are on 2%. I mean, they shouldn't be more than 5%. And for me, the biggest absence I didn't hear about, it's always the thing to know with Apple, is everyone talks, they lead the conversation a lot. No, there's not many critics out there who are actually outside of their whole sort of ideology. And for me, it's just, there's not enough on screen time and on managing and reducing your screen time. I mean, there was no real mention of the app. The app's not even functioning for me. My iPad data is not syncing with the other devices. There's no way of saving the data. I'd love to know, I saw there was a screen time API, so I'd love to hear from any devs out there who think they might have the know-how to even just hook up a basic app to save that screen time data over time. I would love to get behind that concept. So let me know if you're interested in that. But yeah, I think that we also didn't hear much about device longevity or like anti-obsolescence, anti-theft. And we also didn't hear a lot about tech that can enhance real life. We heard a lot about good tech experiences, but for me, there wasn't enough on like restaurant and live music experience. How are we going to improve those things? In conclusion, the tech's getting better. I mean, here's my kind of slightly snidey take. Apple wants you to spend all of your life looking at one of their devices, but they don't really care which. That's the big take home for me on this whole thing. So that's why, to bring it all round back to the theme of this series, which is the LightPhone, FirstWeek LightPhone 2021. I'm 6 months in where I, for a week, say, no, I'm not going to use one of their particular devices. That's the iPhone, and I will allow myself 1 hour a day on the iPad. And instead, I take my SIM card out, put it in this thing. So we're going to do the changeover now, Lucy. We are going to decapitate the LightPhone. And so you just stick the pin in that circle, pull out the SIM card. For me, it's 3. Best value of the major UK providers. Also, one of the few ones that's compatible with LightPhone. Remember to check on that. O2 are not compatible. Then it just goes in the iPhone 1, as you'll have seen in the unboxing video, which is where most of the subscribers to this channel have come from. And then we're back in the iPhone. And look, I'm a couple days late on it. I'm usually raring to go and get back on it on the Monday, but we wanted to make sure that we filmed a proper video for this one. So we're at the halfway point into market. I want to show my face on this channel, but I'm here with Lucy because we're organising my gig. I go by Cerulean, and And you know, I'm launching my debut album, so please do go check out my main channel, Cerulean Sounds, which is linked everywhere on this channel and on this video. So go and subscribe to that one. And I've got a final music video coming on the album launch date on the 30th called Small Town Dream. So please tune in for the premiere for that. And I'll be back on this channel in July. Probably just see these guys playing with the phones. And but yeah, from me, Cerulean, aka the Flip Phony. First week Flip Phone. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.
Third week, my spit 5 tweets, never read them. Fourth week, TikTok on the clock, cause we're back on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Burner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're back on. First week of the month, if you want me, call me on my burner. Shh, couple flip phones.